Hello. So my name is Marta Stier. I lead the European Business Support Center for Marsh in Warsaw. And I wanted to tell you a little bit about Marsh McLennan, the firm, and then tell you a little bit about what we do here locally. So who we are, there we go. So Marsh McLennan is one of Fortune 250 companies. We have a revenue of over 20 billion, represented in 130 different countries around the world, and have over 150-year history. Now, we're made up of 4 different companies, which is Marsh, Gar Carpenter, Mercer, and Oliver Wyman. And today I wanted to talk to you about Marsh, which is our risk management and insurance brokerage firm. So I wanted to tell you about a very interesting report that we generate every year. And this is a report that we share at the World Economic Forum in Davos every year. And the risks that are in the short term and long term have really changed over the last 2 years and 5 years. And I remember when I first joined 7 years ago, I remember reading this report and thinking, I remember the pandemic was on the list, war was on the list. And those are things that seemed really far away and have become a reality. And it's so important for us to be able to manage these risks in order to enable possibilities. So moving on to, what we do here in Warsaw, I wanted to first tell you about one of the biggest transformation projects that Marsh has undergone in Marsh McLennan in the last 150 years history. And we're really looking to transform our client and our colleague experience through digitalization, centralization, and really transforming things end to end. What you see on the screen here is our end-to-end insurance brokerage process that we go through from client onboarding, placement, policy servicing, fiduciary, and claims. And the center that we have built here in Warsaw supports each of these core functions for our business, which is what I think makes us very unique. So when we talk about our center, I just wanted to take you through the last couple of years. We've grown in the last 3 years because of this project that I just told you about, from 90 colleagues to around 450. Now, I understand number of colleagues is just a number. We should actually see that reducing, but this is because our capabilities have grown tremendously over the last 3-4 years. We have core teams that support our business in claims, in policy servicing, in fiduciary operations, and this year we're expanding into very specific lines of business, which are, for example, Mercer Marsh Benefits and Affinity. And again, maybe some of you don't know what those mean, and I'm happy to go through and explain it over the next 2 days if anyone is interested. On top of growing, what we've been able to develop that is really adding value for the entire region is our supporting functions. So we've developed very strong teams that support learning and development, process efficiency, automation, and RPA, a quality assurance team, and most recently a data team that is all based out of Warsaw, Poland, and supports the entire region. And I'm really proud to say that in each of those areas, we're really looked upon as the experts for all our colleagues in Europe from the business or operations that come to us for help when they have a problem or they're designing the operations for a new client. We've also invested very heavily in digitalization, and some of the tools that you see here are some of the new technologies that we've added over the last couple of years. This year, we're looking to create a contact center using 5.9 technology. For RPA, we use Blue Prism. ClearSight is a claims platform. DocuSign for signing all sorts of documents that you can imagine. In the insurance brokerage industry, there's quite a lot. Marsh Cargo is specific for one of our lines of businesses, and Jira as our workflow tool. Other tools that are implemented regionally that will probably come our way are Uncork as well, and a tool called PPM for Placement and Policy Management Platform. We've been nominated in 3 awards this year, one for the best services firm, so I gave you a little bit of a history. In terms of our best university cooperation, because the insurance brokerage industry is very reliant on a peak period at a certain time of the year, we invest heavily in creating an internship program where we hire over 40 interns every year. We cooperate with 16 different universities, and we've developed a very extensive learning and development path for those students and had a very high success rate. Over 80% of them stay with us in full-time roles after they finish the internship. And happy to tell you more about that throughout the next 2 days. And lastly, when it comes to vibrant workplace, we've recently developed a very new and exciting recognition program at our center. We have a lot of business resource groups, a lot of them we heard about today in terms of mentoring, DEI programs. There's a whole list of them that I'd be more than happy to share with you. So with that, I'd like to thank you. And I'm happy to take any questions and happy to talk about some of these things.
Questions or comments? I will say, first of all, thank you, Marta, because Marta was nice to let me host a Texas-based company looking to set up a shared service center in Poland. And by the way, I didn't tell you that they decided to set up in Poland.
Oh, super.
Yeah, so
good to hear.
Questions, Marsh? Okay, good. Thank you very much.
Thank you.